10 things that happen in your body when cortisol has been dysregulated for too long. Many women don't recognize any of these as a cortisol pattern. Number 1, your thyroid slows down. So cortisol directly suppresses the enzyme that converts T4 to active T3. Dysregulated cortisol is functionally hypothyroid, even when your thyroid test comes back normal. Number 2, your sleep architecture absolutely collapses. So cortisol at night disrupts your slow wave sleep, the stage where physical repair actually happens. So you sleep 8 hours and wake up exhausted because recovery isn't actually happening. Number 3, your gut lining becomes permeable. So chronically elevated cortisol degrades the tight junctions in the intestinal wall. So this is the mechanism behind leaky gut in chronically stressed women. It is biology, not a wellness trend. Number 4, your progesterone gets redirected. So cortisol and progesterone share a precursor called pregnenolone. Under sustained stress, the body prioritizes cortisol production. Progesterone drops, and this is called pregnenolone steal, and it explains the mood and the sleep decline that appears alongside stress, not after it. Number 5, your blood sugar becomes harder and harder to regulate. So cortisol is a glucocorticoid. It raises your blood glucose as part of the stress response. So chronically elevated cortisol means chronically elevated insulin, even in women with no metabolic diagnosis. Number 6, your immune system dysregulates. So initially, cortisol suppresses inflammation. Chronically depleted cortisol tips to immune dysregulation. So longer recovery, more infections, the inability to actually turn off the inflammatory response. Number 7, fat deposits preferentially in your midsection. So cortisol drives visceral fat accumulation. The midsection weight that doesn't respond to calorie reduction is often a cortisol pattern, not a calorie pattern. Number 8, your memory and focus become unreliable. The hippocampus is highly sensitive to cortisol exposure. So cognitive slowing, short-term memory gaps, difficulty concentrating, this is direct neuroscience. Number 9, your nervous system loses the ability to settle. The HPA axis governs the shift between sympathetic and parasympathetic. So when dysregulated, the off switch stops working, wired, tired, unable to actually rest. Number 10, your body holds weight as a protective mechanism. Chronic cortisol signals sustained threat. In perceived emergency, the body conserves resources. So metabolism will slow, fat storage will increase. This is not a willpower issue. It is a safety signal.
Okay, real quick, here's something that I want you to know up front. Cortisol is not the bad guy. It is a beautiful hormone, and it has kept us humans alive for hundreds of thousands of years. I mean, it's the reason that our ancestors could outrun predators, survive famines, and actually live to have kids. And without cortisol, we wouldn't be here. But now, the problem isn't cortisol. The problem is that our modern world, it never turns off. So Dr. Stephanie just broke down the 10 biggest ways that, note she said, chronically elevated cortisol wrecks your body. And I had to talk about this because most people think that stress is just a mental thing, but it's not. It is a full system biological event. When cortisol is chronically pumping around the clock, then your body does go into a survival kind of mode. And that survival mode does not want to build muscle. It does not want to burn fat. It does not want to sleep deeply. It just keeps you barely hanging on from a threat that unfortunately never shuts off. So your brain literally cannot tell the difference between a predator and a really bad email thread. I know I've been there, done that. It's the same hormonal response. It's a similar biological cost. Our sleep suffers. Yes, belly fat is stimulated to start stacking up. Brain fog sets in, immunity tanks, blood sugar swings, right? Digestion completely goes sideways. So what do? That's the biggest thing. Well, 3 things right now. First, I would suggest setting a really good morning routine because cortisol is actually part of the circadian rhythm. So if you get that morning light, you step outside within 30 minutes of waking and you go on a little walk to get your heart rate up, those single, small, little tiny habits, they can help reset that cortisol rhythm right there at the source, which is upon waking. Next, move your body daily. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can pull cortisol down and stabilize blood sugar at the exact same time. And finally, try protecting your wind down time at night. Reducing screen time, try to prevent those stressful conversations as much as you can. No doom scrolling in bed the last hours. And finally, our breath. Utilizing breathing techniques during our day, during those stressful times, is one of the most powerful tactics to start turning off that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight, and activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. I know it sounds kind of woo-woo, but it's not. Just 1 minute of controlled breathing exercises is incredibly powerful for reducing your cortisol release into the bloodstream. So my friends, She said it best. This is not a willpower problem. This is a biology problem, and biology has its solutions. So I sure hope this helps.